it's not just that middle America feels like the mainstream media is helping the opposition party. They feel like the mainstream media is the opposition party. So Trump gets that, the media doesn't.
So you don't think that that Mason defense of it at the White House Correspondents' Dinner was sufficient enough, do you?
Oh, guys, seriously. I mean, let me, if I was the media right now trying to salvage my reputation in what they call flyover country and what we call home, what I wouldn't do, here's what I wouldn't do. I wouldn't get a bunch of Hollywood actors, dress them up in tuxedos, send them into the D.C. swamp to eat what, like foie gras and sushi and caviar together, and then send the guy up there and say, oh yeah, by the way, we're the ones who really have our fingers on the pulse of what middle America needs. Are you kidding me? If there was a list of 1 through 10 things of what not to do to save your failing reputation, they did all of them yesterday. No, they lost.
We could not possibly be more thrilled than to be more than 100 miles away from Washington swamp, spending my evening with all of you.
Well, President Trump also invited the Philippines controversial president to the White House yesterday, and today he will be talking to the leaders of Singapore and Thailand. We'll have more on that in just a moment. But first, let's go to CNN's Ryan Nobles, joins us now. You were up on the red carpet last night. I saw you there all decked out in the tuxedo. Ryan, let me ask you about the president's rally, though. What did he say about the White House Correspondents' Dinner?
Well, you know, Victor, you heard it there. I mean, there's no doubt that the president's rally in Pennsylvania last night was a degree of counter-programming by the president, taking his message directly to the people who support him the most, and arguing that instead of a swanky dinner in D.C., he was instead choosing time to be with real Americans. But the campaign-style rally was also about President Trump selling his supporters on the idea that his first 100 days in office have been a success, as well as convincing them that he's just getting started. Healthcare was part of that argument. He promised the crowd that he's not given up on the idea of replacing and repealing the Affordable Care Act, and despite the issues he's having pushing it through Congress, he promised that he was going to get it done.
We're going to give Americans the freedom to purchase the health care plans they want, not the health care forced on them by the government. And I'll be so angry at Congressman Kelly and Congressman Moreno and all of our congressmen in this room if we don't get that damn thing passed quickly. They'll get it done. We know them, they'll get it done. In all things, we are returning power to the people where it belongs.
And the White House did make a last-minute push last week to get the vote on a health care reform package, but despite winning over the fickle Freedom Caucus, Republican leaders lost some moderate support. They decided against rushing a vote. But as you heard just there, the president is prepared to put pressure on members of Congress to get something done. He's not afraid to call out specific members by name. As you saw there, even pointing at them in the crowd. At this point, that strategy has not really been that successful, but it's clear, Victor, at this point, he is not ready to give up quite yet.
Yeah, we saw the president digitally point at a few people in the first couple of rounds and didn't get it through. We'll see if this works this time.
He played to his base, and he treated his other listeners, the rest of the people who have been disturbed about him or oppose him, he treated them basically as, I don't care, I don't give a damn what you think, because you're frankly like the enemy. You're like the enemy with his press. I thought it was a deeply disturbing speech.
Like CNN and MSNBC are fake news. Fake news. And they're sitting and they're wishing in Washington. They're watching right now. They're watching. And they would love to be with us right here tonight. But they're trapped at the dinner, which will be very, very boring. But next year, maybe we'll make it more exciting for them in Washington and we'll show up. But we have a good chance of showing up here again next year, too.